my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
No one was ready for what hit the internet that morning. It came out of nowhere, no warning, no teaser, just one short clip, barely a minute long, and everything stopped. It was Aaron Pierre's voice, familiar and calm, playing through someone's speaker. The quality was clear. It wasn't distorted or taken out of context. His tone was quiet, but the words hit hard. Teyana wasn't even my first choice. Just like that, everything changed. The timing couldn't have been worse. Teyana had just posted a sweet video of herself cuddling her baby. They were wearing matching outfits, looking happy and peaceful. Fans were in the comments, praising her glow, her strength, her journey. But only a few hours later, she was trending for reasons no one expected. Suddenly, screenshots were flying everywhere. And that first voice note wasn't the only one. More audio clips started leaking. In one, Aaron let out a long sigh before saying she wanted to feel wanted. I gave her that, but I was never really in it. Not like that. Another one was even more painful. He said, I stayed for the baby, but part of me always questioned if the child was mine. The recordings were raw and emotional. You could tell these weren't things meant for the public. He wasn't acting, he was being real, but not in a good way. People online started asking, who was he talking to? Why would he say these things? No one had those answers, but one thing was obvious: Aaron had been saying things in private that completely contradicted the man he portrayed online. Fans were angry and disappointed. The soft-spoken actor they had admired, the one who always praised Teyana during interviews, suddenly seemed like a stranger. Many felt betrayed. They had believed in his love story, supported him, and defended him when people doubted the relationship. But now, it all felt fake. Like the world had been watching a performance, not a real romance. Speculation about who leaked the voice notes spread fast. Some people thought it was a bitter ex. Others said it might have been a friend Aaron recently cut off. Whoever it was, they clearly wanted the truth out. And they didn't stop there. That evening, one more voice message surfaced. This time, Aaron could be heard laughing gently before saying, she's cool and all. But you? You've always been the one. Then he added, Teyana was safe. Predictable. That was the final blow. Teyana didn't speak publicly at first, but her actions were loud enough. She unfollowed Aaron on every social media platform. Then, she deleted every photo of them together. Not a few, every single one. It was like she erased an entire chapter of her life in one quiet sweep. People immediately flooded her comment sections, sending love, encouragement, and support. Some fans wrote long, emotional posts. Others kept it short and said, you deserve better. Over and over again, that phrase echoed. Even celebrities responded. Kalani reposted a quote that said, some people hurt you, then act like you hurt them. Gabrielle Union liked a shady tweet aimed at Aaron. Industry insiders began quietly unfollowing him. The gossip pages lit up with rumors. One blog claimed Aaron had been secretly talking to a model named Kayla while still with Teyana. An old Instagram live clip even surfaced, showing Kayla smirking as she called Aaron my person. Fans quickly put the pieces together. They remembered how Teyana had always defended Aaron publicly, how she had stood by him when early rumors first popped up. She protected him. And behind her back, he was allegedly laughing and calling her predictable. Aaron's team tried to clean up the mess. They put out a short statement, these private recordings are from past conversations. Aaron regrets any pain caused and asks for privacy. But that did little to calm the storm. The words weren't just hurtful, they felt like a betrayal. The smiling man people saw online had been living a completely different life behind closed doors. And calling Teyana a backup choice? That's what really broke hearts. Finally, Teyana posted something. Her Instagram story went black with the simple words, wow. Just wow. A few hours later, she shared a soft, peaceful photo, her and her baby asleep, arms wrapped around each other. It was quiet, full of love, and more powerful than any caption could have been. The message was clear, no more words, just healing. And the world stood with her. The caption was short but powerful, I got what matters. That one post changed everything. Almost overnight, people everywhere turned against Aaron. Social media flooded with hashtags like #AaronExposed and #JusticeForTeyana. The internet didn't just react, it exploded. Even big news outlets picked up the story. People magazine ran a headline that read, Teyana Taylor's silent strength, a lesson in grace after betrayal. More information started coming out. Friends of Teyana stepped in. One shared a blurry picture of Aaron at a party and wrote, he wasn't heartbroken. He was out here chasing. Another posted a voice memo, saying, we warned her. We told her to be careful. But she loved him so deeply, she didn't listen. The noise kept growing until Aaron finally responded. He tweeted, "Let people hate. I know my truth." But the post didn't stay up for long, he deleted it after just 20 minutes. It was too late though. People had already taken screenshots, the tweet only made things worse. Fans called it cold, arrogant, and selfish. No apology, no responsibility, just more ego. Teyana chose a different way to speak. She did a soft, emotional interview, just her, a mic, and a box of tissues she never touched. When asked how she felt hearing the voice messages, she gave a soft smile and said, "At first, I felt nothing. Then I felt everything. And finally, I felt free." She admitted the relationship had been falling apart for a while. She sensed he had changed, but kept hoping it was just a phase. "I wanted so badly to believe in who I thought he was," she said. "I ignored my gut." Then she added, "But my daughter will never watch me beg for love that doesn't come willingly." That line, "Tay wasn't my first choice," spread like wildfire. It wasn't just a quote anymore. It became a message. Women made art out of it, printed it on hoodies, posted it under reels of healing and moving on. It became a voice for every woman who had ever felt overlooked, but still chose self-respect instead of drama. And as that message echoed everywhere, Aaron's world started to fall apart. That wasn't weakness. That was quiet power. While the world waited for Teyana to speak out, she was already preparing something greater, something lasting. Then, without any warning, she released a new clothing line called First Choice. It was simple but powerful. Inspired by motherhood, self-respect, and the quiet courage of starting fresh, the line didn't scream payback. Instead, it told the truth without shouting. The slogan? "You are never someone's backup plan." She never named names, but everyone knew who it was about. And the reaction was instant. The entire collection sold out in less than 3 hours. Not because it was flashy, but because it meant something. Women everywhere connected with the message. They weren't just buying outfits. They were buying confidence. Teyana didn't trash anyone. She didn't throw shade or clap back. She simply moved ahead with grace. And somehow, that made her even more loved. Because there's something powerful about choosing peace when chaos is expected. That kind of strength speaks volumes. Over time, the leaked voice notes stopped trending. The gossip died down. But something remained, a new understanding. For many, this wasn't just about a celebrity couple. It reminded people that what we see online is rarely the full picture. Behind every cute post might be heartbreak. Behind every smile could be a storm. But Teyana? Her story was honest from the beginning. It never needed filters or edits. Her final post before stepping away was a simple video of her singing a lullaby to her daughter. No fancy effects. No hashtags. No added music. Just a real moment between a mother and her baby. The caption? "She chose me. That's all I need." No bitterness. Just truth. Because healing doesn't always come with big speeches. Sometimes, it arrives quietly, with self-respect. Aaron may have believed he was in control, that with a few voice recordings and a laid-back attitude, he could flip the script. But he misjudged who really had something to hide. People saw through it. They didn't see Teyana as desperate. They saw a woman who had loved fully and asked for nothing more than honesty. She had every reason to lash out, but instead, she chose to build something better. Not just for herself, but for her daughter and everyone watching. That's why her silence hit deeper than his words. Teyana didn't need to be someone's first choice. She had always been the right choice. He just realized it too late.